Happy Monday, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double Innocence with your boy E-Dub, aka the Silent Assassin. Now, you want to talk about a weekend of beer disappointment where sports was concerned? I would have to say this was that weekend, man. 100% disappointed with every single outcome. The Minnesota Lynx, they're eliminated. That's it. I picked the Minnesota Lynx to win the WNBA championship this year, and they're eliminated. But, honestly speaking, that Phoenix team reminds me a lot of the Detroit Pistons, the bad boy Pistons back in the day. As far as I'm concerned, they are the female version of the Detroit Pistons. They play a very, very physical game. And unfortunately, Minnesota, they couldn't withstand that physicality. You have that young lady, Thomas. Like, honestly speaking, I never used to give her a lot of credit. I thought she was a little bit overrated back in the day. And that's because, like I said, I was one of those individuals that I would just probably see a couple of highlights or whatever the case be, and I based my decision off of that. But now that I become a fan of the WNBA and I actually start to watch a lot more games, I realize exactly how effective that young lady is. She's like a Draymond Green on that team, where she does a little of everything. She brings the ball up court. She drops dimes. And when I say she drops dimes, I mean she's putting passes exactly where you need it so the scorer could finish. She basically facilitates that offense. Everything that goes on with Phoenix goes through her. Very, very interesting. And you also have the Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark that are one game away from going to the championship. But I'm just curious, could anybody out there tell me exactly what Caitlin Clark's injury is? She's been out for the entire season, basically. Don't tell me that she's going to be the Kawhi Leonard of the WNBA, where she's just going to have injuries, but they're not going to let us know exactly what her injuries are. They're not going to let us know how bad her injuries are, or if or when she's going to come back. Because my question is, if Indiana makes the finals, is Caitlin Clark going to be available for that? With that being said, people, I want you guys to share, like, and subscribe. Deuces.